If you have these signs, you're going through a huge vibrational upgrade. Something is happening to you, and you can feel it. It's not just in your mind, it's in your body, your emotions, your reality. Everything feels different. Maybe you've been feeling waves of overwhelming emotion, bursts of inspiration followed by deep exhaustion, or an unexplainable sense that something big is shifting in your life. You are not imagining this. What you are experiencing is a vibrational upgrade, a profound transformation of your energy that is elevating you to a higher state of being. And here's the truth: most people will never go through this process consciously. They will continue to live in the same patterns, the same cycles, never realizing that they are being called to something greater. But you are waking up. A vibrational upgrade is not just about feeling good or thinking positively. It is a complete rewiring of your energy, a recalibration of your entire being to a higher frequency. And this process is not always easy. In fact, it can feel like everything in your life is falling apart before it gets better. Old relationships that no longer serve you may suddenly break away. Your interests, desires, and even your sense of identity may start to shift. You may experience moments of extreme clarity followed by periods of confusion and doubt. This is because your old self, the version of you that was operating at a lower vibration, is dissolving. And as it dissolves, everything that was built on that old frequency must also shift.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
One of the most powerful signs that you are going through a vibrational upgrade is a sudden detachment from things that once mattered to you. You may find yourself losing interest in certain conversations, activities, or even people that you used to enjoy. Things that once excited you now feel empty. You may feel an overwhelming need to be alone, to withdraw from the noise of the world, and to spend more time in reflection. This is not isolation, it's transformation. Your energy is recalibrating, and during this process, the things that are not aligned with your new vibration will naturally begin to fade away. But here's where it gets challenging. The ego, the part of you that is attached to the familiar, will resist this change. It will try to pull you back into your old patterns. It will tell you that you are being lazy, that you are losing yourself, that you are messing up your life. It will make you feel guilty for not wanting to engage in the same habits, the same relationships, the same distractions. But let me tell you something: this resistance is proof that you are evolving. If you were not changing, there would be no inner conflict. The discomfort you feel is the tension between your old vibration and your new one. And if you can push through this discomfort, if you can trust that this process is leading you somewhere greater, you will emerge on the other side with a level of clarity and power that most people will never experience in their lifetime. Another undeniable sign of a vibrational upgrade is an increased sensitivity to energy. You may find yourself feeling overwhelmed in crowded places, picking up on emotions that are not yours, or even experiencing heightened intuition. You might start having vivid dreams, synchronicities, or moments of deep knowing that cannot be explained logically. This is because your energy field is expanding. You are tuning into frequencies that were previously outside of your awareness. And while this can feel overwhelming at first, it is actually one of the greatest gifts of this transformation. You are becoming more attuned to the unseen forces that shape reality. You are developing a deeper connection with your own intuition, your own inner guidance system. And once you learn to trust this, you will realize that you no longer need to rely on external validation or approval, because you already know. But here's where most people get stuck. They resist the upgrade. They try to hold on to their old identity, their old habits, their old way of thinking. And in doing so, they make the process harder than it needs to be. The truth is, the more you surrender to this transformation, the smoother it will be. Instead of resisting the changes, embrace them. Instead of questioning why things are falling apart, trust that they are making space for something greater. Instead of fearing the unknown, get excited about the possibilities, because I promise you this: what is coming is far greater than what is leaving. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly listened to your inner voice? Not the voice of fear, not the voice of doubt, but the voice of knowing, the voice that whispers to you in quiet moments, telling you that you are meant for something more. That voice is getting louder, and the more you ignore it, the more uncomfortable this process will become. But if you choose to listen, if you choose to trust, your entire reality will begin to shift in ways you never imagined possible. This is not just a phase, this is an awakening. And if you are experiencing these signs, it means you are being called to step into a higher version of yourself. The question is, will you answer that call? The hidden challenges of a vibrational upgrade, why it feels like everything is falling apart before it gets better. At first, a vibrational upgrade might feel exciting. There's a spark, a deep inner knowing that something powerful is happening. But then, almost without warning, everything begins to shift. The things you once relied on start to crumble. Friendships that felt solid begin to feel forced. Your old passions lose their fire. You might even feel like you're standing in the middle of your life, watching it break apart piece by piece, wondering, why is this happening to me? But here's the truth: it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. When your vibration upgrades, your entire energy field changes. You are no longer operating at the same frequency you once were, which means anything that was built on your old energy, relationships, habits, thought patterns can no longer stay in their current form. This is why people suddenly leave your life. This is why old wounds resurface. This is why you might feel lost, disconnected, or even like you're grieving a version of yourself that no longer exists. And this is where most people get stuck. They mistake this breakdown for failure. They think they are going backward when in reality, they are shedding the weight that has been holding them down for years. Think of it like this: if you want to fly, you cannot carry unnecessary baggage. The more you try to hold on to what no longer serves you, the heavier you will feel. And yet, letting go is terrifying. The ego hates change. It wants comfort, familiarity, and control. So when things start shifting, the mind panics. It will try to convince you that you need to go back to the way things were. It will tempt you to reconnect with people who drain you, to go back to old habits that numb you, to shrink yourself so that you can fit back into a life you have already outgrown. But deep down, you know that is not the answer. One of the biggest challenges of a vibrational upgrade is the feeling of loneliness. When you start to rise to a higher frequency, not everyone around you will be ready to rise with you. Some people will not understand why you've changed, why you no longer resonate with the same conversations, why you are suddenly so focused on personal growth and expansion. And because they do not understand, some will distance themselves, some will judge you. Some will try to pull you back down because your evolution threatens their comfort. This is one of the hardest parts of the journey, realizing that not everyone is meant to come with you. And yet, this loneliness is an illusion, because as you continue to align with your higher self, you will begin to attract people who truly match your vibration. You will find others who speak your language, who see the world as you do, who inspire and uplift you in ways you never thought possible. But before that happens, you must first go through the clearing. You must make space. You must trust that the emptiness you feel is not a punishment, but a preparation for something greater. Another challenge that few people talk about is the emotional intensity that comes with an upgrade. Old wounds resurface. Deep fears rise to the surface. You might find yourself crying for no reason, overwhelmed by emotions you thought you had already healed. But this is not a setback, this is a purge. Your body, mind, and spirit are releasing trapped energy that can no longer exist in your new vibration. And the key to moving through this phase is not to resist it, but to allow it. Feel everything fully. Let the emotions move through you without judgment, because once they pass, you will feel lighter, freer, more aligned than ever before. But here's something few people realize. A vibrational upgrade does not just affect your inner world, it affects your physical body as well. You may experience fatigue, body aches, headaches, or even flu-like symptoms. Your body is adjusting to a higher frequency, and this process can be physically exhausting. You may feel the need to sleep more, to eat differently, to spend more time in solitude. Listen to your body. It is guiding you through this transition. Give yourself the rest, the nourishment, the stillness you need. So now I ask you, are you willing to trust this process, even when it feels chaotic? Are you willing to let go of what no longer serves you, even when it hurts? Are you willing to step fully into your higher self, even if it means walking away from a version of your life that once felt safe? Because this is the price of true transformation. Most people will not pay it. They will cling to their old reality, even as it crumbles around them. But you are different. You are being called to something greater. And if you have the courage to trust this process, everything you have ever desired, peace, clarity, expansion, will begin to unfold in ways more beautiful than you can imagine. Unlocking your new reality, how to step into your higher vibration and manifest a life beyond your wildest dreams. Something inside you has shifted. You are no longer the same person you were just a few months ago. The things that once resonated with you no longer hold the same weight, and you find yourself craving more meaning, more alignment, more depth. This is not a coincidence. You are stepping into a higher vibration, and with that, you are unlocking a new reality. But here's the truth most people don't realize. A vibrational upgrade is not just about releasing the past, it's about consciously creating the future. Most people believe that their reality is something that happens to them. They think they are at the mercy of circumstances, fate, or luck. But that is an illusion. The truth is, reality is being shaped by your frequency in every single moment. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and energy field are constantly broadcasting signals to the universe, and those signals determine what you attract. Now that your vibration has upgraded, you are no longer aligned with the old version of your life. And this is where the real work begins, learning how to step fully into your new frequency and manifest a reality that reflects your highest self. One of the first things you will notice as you settle into this new vibration is that opportunities, synchronicities, and unexpected blessings begin to show up in ways they never did before. People will enter your life seemingly out of nowhere, offering guidance, support, or inspiration. Doors that were once closed will suddenly open. You may experience moments of pure alignment where everything feels effortless, as if the universe is guiding you step by step. This is the power of being in an elevated state. When you are vibrating at a higher frequency, you become a magnet for experiences that match that energy. But here's the challenge. Your old self will try to sabotage this process. The mind will resist the unknown, even when the unknown is better than anything you've ever experienced. You may find yourself questioning whether you are truly ready for this new level of existence. You may feel the pull of old habits, old fears, old patterns. This resistance is normal, but it does not have to control you. The key to fully stepping into your new reality is trust. Trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Trust that the universe is aligning everything for your highest good. Trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes next. Another crucial step in anchoring into your higher vibration is becoming deeply intentional with your energy. You can no longer afford to be careless with your thoughts, emotions, or actions. Every choice you make either strengthens or weakens your frequency. This means being mindful of the content you consume, the conversations you engage in, the environments you expose yourself to. If something does not align with your highest self, it must go. This is not about being rigid or fearful, it's about protecting the energy you have worked so hard to cultivate. More than ever, your intuition is your greatest guide. The more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. Pay attention to the subtle nudges, the gut feelings, the whispers of inner knowing. If something feels off, trust that feeling. If something excites you, follow that excitement. Your intuition is your direct connection to the divine. And in this new vibration, it will lead you toward exactly what you need. The only question is, will you listen? Stepping into your higher vibration also means redefining your relationship with manifestation. The old way of manifesting, forcing, chasing, striving no longer works at this level. Manifestation in a high vibrational state is about alignment, not effort. Instead of trying to make things happen, focus on becoming the version of yourself that naturally attracts them. If you desire abundance, embody the energy of abundance. If you desire love, radiate love. If you desire freedom, live as though you are already free. The universe does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. But perhaps the most beautiful part of this journey is realizing that your external reality is just a reflection of your internal state. The more peace, joy, and clarity you cultivate within, the more your outer world will mirror that energy. And this is why inner work is the foundation of everything. Meditation, journaling, self-reflection, these are not just spiritual practices, they are tools for reprogramming your reality. The more you align your mind, body, and spirit with your highest frequency, the more effortlessly your dream life will unfold. So now I ask you, are you ready to fully step into this new version of yourself? Are you ready to release all doubt, all hesitation, all fear, and embrace the infinite possibilities that exist for you? Because here's the truth, you are not just here to survive. You are here to create, to expand, to experience life at its fullest expression. And now, for the first time, you have the awareness, the power, and the vibration to make that a reality. Becoming the architect of your destiny, how to sustain your high vibration and live in flow every single day. You've felt the shift. You've seen the signs. You know deep within you that you are no longer the same person you once were. You've stepped into a higher vibration, and with that, your entire reality has begun to transform. But the real question is, how do you sustain this? How do you ensure that you don't slip back into old patterns, that you don't get pulled back into lower vibrations, that you continue to expand into the limitless potential that is now available to you? Because here's what most people don't realize, a vibrational upgrade is not a single event. It is a way of life. The key to sustaining your high vibration is intention. Every single day, you must wake up and choose alignment. You must choose thoughts that elevate you, actions that reflect your highest self, and environments that nourish your energy. This is not about perfection, it is about awareness. The moment you realize that your energy is shifting downward, you have the power to course correct. And this is where most people fail. They think that just because they've reached a higher frequency once, they will stay there effortlessly. But energy, like anything else, requires maintenance. Just as you would not expect to stay physically strong without consistent movement, you cannot expect to stay energetically strong without consistent practice. One of the most powerful ways to maintain your vibration is through daily rituals. These are the habits that anchor you into your highest state of being. Meditation, breathwork, journaling, time in nature, these are not just spiritual cliches. They are energetic recalibrators. They cleanse your field, reset your frequency, and keep you connected to your inner guidance. Even 5 minutes of stillness in the morning can shift the entire trajectory of your day. The question is, are you prioritizing these rituals, or are you allowing yourself to be consumed by the noise of the world? Another crucial element of sustaining your vibration is who you surround yourself with. Energy is contagious. If you are constantly engaging with people who operate from fear, scarcity, or negativity, their energy will begin to influence you. This doesn't mean you have to cut people off, but it does mean you need to be selective about where you invest your energy. Not everyone is meant to walk this journey with you, and that's okay. The more you hold your vibration, the more you will naturally attract people who align with it. Relationships that drain you will fall away. Connections that uplift you will emerge. But you must be willing to release what no longer serves you in order to make space for what does. Perhaps the most underrated aspect of living in a high vibration is play. Joy is one of the highest frequencies you can embody, yet so many people take spirituality too seriously. They think that enlightenment is about discipline, about detachment, about suffering for the sake of growth. But what if I told you that the easiest way to stay in alignment is to simply do more of what makes your soul feel alive? Dance, laugh, create, explore. Follow what excites you. Your highest self is not found in struggle, it is found in flow. And the more you live in a state of joy, the more effortlessly everything else falls into place. But here's the deepest truth of all. You are the architect of your destiny. No one else is creating your reality. No one else is deciding your future. Every thought you think, every choice you make, every belief you hold, it all shapes the world you experience. If you want to live in a high vibration, you must take full responsibility for your energy. You must stop blaming external circumstances, stop waiting for the right moment, stop doubting your own power. You are already everything you need to be. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is your own willingness to claim it. So now I ask you, are you ready to fully step into your power? Are you ready to stop playing small? Stop second-guessing yourself. Stop living in hesitation. Because your new reality is already here. The question is, will you rise to meet it?